You know how much they pay her? They pay her $125,000, the face amount of the policy. What happened to the $27,000 that he worked so hard paying that $135,000 extra for all those years? Do they keep it? This is a dumb plan. If you have cash value insurance, get term insurance immediately. Do not pass go. Do it right now. Get term insurance in place, cancel that trash, and you've got a lot better plan going over here. See, here's the problem when you get into it. Returns on the cash value, as you can see, are historically low. We calculated those mutual fund rates at 12% average annual return. The stock market for the last 70 years has averaged 11.8%. So it's easy to use 12%. We'll cover that in the investment lesson. With the average cash value policy, again, there are three types. CFA, Consumer Federation of America, studied these policies, and after fees, which, by the way, if you look the first 3 years, your cash value buildup in most of these policies is zero. They keep the $135 a month for 3 years and call that fees. And then they keep a lot of it in fees after that, because the average whole life policy is averaging 2.6% in the last 6 years. That's what they're averaging. Universal lives are averaging 4.2%, and variable universal lives are averaging 7.4%. Now, variable universal lives is where they pitch you a mutual fund inside of your thing. So you got a mutual fund in there that's earning 12 or 14%, but you're getting a net yield of 7.4. Somebody's making out with some money here. It's called fees. Because when you walk your investment down the hallway of the life insurance company, they are picking at your pockets all the way down. And by the time you get to the end, there's not going to be anything left. So that's the problem. So number one, when you buy cash value insurance, you get a crummy rate of return. Number two, when you die with cash value, the insurance company keeps the cash value. The exception of that is the variable. But with the traditional whole life or the traditional universal life, they keep the cash value and they only pay the face amount. Dumb to have a savings account that's paying a poor rate of return, and when you die they keep your money. It's dumb. The fees deducted from your return are extremely high, thereby limiting your return. You know, and well, Dave, I need to really understand this, because I'm going to sit down with my insurance agent and I'm going to explain it to him. Why? Why do you need to explain to your insurance company why you're firing them? Why do you owe them that obligation? You just need to say, you're fired. Practice with me. Say it. You're fired. That's all you got to do. Well, it's my brother-in-law. Well, I don't care. All the more reason to fire him. Seriously, a lot of the insurance we bought, and I bought whole life too, when I first came out of college, was sold by a guy that we knew from college. It's an old friend. It's a roommate. It's a family, isn't it? Yes? Is that how you bought it? Okay, that's how it's sold. It's sold on relationships. And they work their little network, and they go out and sell everybody. And then they get out of the business, usually. It's very unusual to find a cash value person who's made a life of this. It's very, very unusual. So don't try to argue with them. Let me tell you, if they win the argument, you keep an insurance policy. That's a bad one. If you win the argument, if they have integrity, they have to quit their job. And so what's happened with me explaining those numbers over the radio for years and in this class for years,